the three of you being part of Trent Miles' first recruiting class here, just part of a change in the program. Talk a little bit about what it was like to obviously go through those two just horrible years. I'm just going to put it that way.
Yeah.
And then bounce back and have two pretty decent years compared to what it was.
I mean, when we first got here, like you said, it was 2 horrible years. So it was a grind. Like, it was like we would work. I don't feel like we were working any harder than we did the 2 years that we were successful and the 2 years that we weren't. So I think it was just a grind every day, and it was tough because we weren't seeing results. We went through a whole season of 0 and 11,
0 and
12,
12,
and
11, 110.
And we were still that winter conditioning, we still worked hard. We had guys here all summer, and then we came back and went through a season with only 1 victory. So we at least got some gratitude for that victory. But, it was just rough. It was just an everyday grind of just trying to work hard. And I felt like we were working as hard as the other teams and things like that. It's just that we didn't have the size or the strength or the speed yet or the numbers that they did.
Obviously, that must have been frustrating to have to go through those losing years. What kept you guys from just saying, you know what, I don't want to get beat up over losing 10 games. I'm just going to call it quits, focus on studies? Because a lot of guys ended up doing that. What kept you guys from doing that?
I think the main thing with that was it was just I made a commitment to come here when I came here, and Indiana State took a chance on me, so I wanted to live out my 4-year agreement with that. And another thing that kept me going and a lot of us pushing through was just each other. We were playing for each other because freshman and sophomore year, like you said, we had 2 very rough seasons and weren't getting a lot of support from the community or even people on campus or whatever, so we just played for each other and stayed strong and kept working and brought more talent in or whatever. And then finally these past 2 years paid off.
Ronnie, obviously you transferred into this program from Washington, spent 2 years there. Talk a little bit about why you chose Indiana State, because when you came in, this wasn't a team that most people would want to play for.
Well, coming out of high school, I was recruited by Coach Miles, and he did a lot for me just as far as recruiting and getting to know me and my family. So once I decided to transfer, he was the first option that we wanted to go to, and he just got me into school right away, like other schools really couldn't do at the present time, or that time. I had to wait till the summertime, but he got me into spring ball, and he did a lot for me. And I knew they had a good team. He told me there was a great team that just needed a quarterback and a leader to lead these guys, and I just did my part. I'm only one guy out there, and just brought these guys together.
Alex, you guys calling games, I remember before the game would start, 3 captains would come out holding a blue sledgehammer. Talk a little bit about what that means. None of us really know. We saw you guys with it every week, but
the blue sledgehammer that originated, I guess, it would have been our freshman year when one of our team mottos was "Pound the Rock." Like Brock said, it was just a grind, and we just used "Pound the Rock" as our motivation to just keep driving forward, and eventually that rock would break, and that's kind of what the sledgehammer represents.
Brock, you being a hometown guy, obviously here from Terre Haute, what's it mean to be able to stay here in Terre Haute and have success and really have the backing of the community?
It was cool, man. That was one of the things that, like you asked that question earlier, what kept it going was pretty much love for the game, and that I couldn't quit on my hometown. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't live that down for the rest of my life. So it was really cool, man. It felt great to be able to be successful, because that's something that no matter where I go, if I ever come back here, because obviously I always have roots here, so I can always be proud of that here in my home city.
Shakir, obviously named Conference Offensive Player of the Year. Talk a little bit about what it was like to come in. Had a great career in high school at Warren Central, come in behind Darius Gates, who is one of the best running backs that ISU's had in a long time. What was it like sitting, and then this year coming out and having the breakout year that you've had?
Well, I learned a lot from Darius. One of his best attributes as a running back is that he knows everything that's going on the field. He knows what the O-linemen are doing. He knows what the defenses are doing. And that's really one of the main things I had to pick up on coming in, making the transition from high school to college. Really, I just waited my turn and just went to show everybody what I could do this year. So I played a decent amount my freshman year, but I still had to wait behind Darius. But I mean, like I said, I just waited for to come and show these guys what I could do.
Every time I bring up the fact that you're Offensive Player of the Year, these four guys snicker a little bit and seem to give you a hard time. What's that about?
Because he's a superstar.
Superstar
He's
status.
always been a superstar. He went to One Central,
These guys.
superstar there.
These guys are lying.
Okay.
They like to give me a lot of problems about stuff like that just because they think that I get a lot of notarization or a lot of publicity because I do a lot of they do all the work and then I get the recognition. But I mean, really, I just can't do it without those guys. Especially, like,
We're just giving him a hard time. This kid,
And he's modest, you know.
he's nowhere near the superstar that people make him out to be. He really works his butt off in the weight room and at practice every day, and just brought that element to this offense with the running game that we hadn't. I mean, it set up the pass so well. I mean, this year because so many teams were trying to corral him inside, and it just opened up a lot of play-action plays for us this year, so it was good.
Talk about last year, it was a passing game. I mean, that's what we focused on, you to Justin Hilton or Alex Jones, obviously. What was the difference this year?
This year, a lot of teams used what Northern Iowa and North Dakota State kind of did with the two safety look and kind of playing deeper kind of coverages, which just opened it up for Shakir and just, they even teams towards the end of the year tried to just stop the run and still they couldn't slow us down, and it just set up the play action.
Alex, you seem to be one of the high-energy guys on the defensive side of the ball. If there was ever an issue on defense, you were the first one there to kind of get them pumped up, get the fans back into it. When in your career did you realize that that's what you were going to be to this team?
Probably freshman year, actually, because I came in and we actually didn't really have that many seniors or whatever, and a lot of the guys that when we came in, the older guys, juniors and seniors, weren't kind of like those guys. They weren't like the good, upbeat leaders that a team needs and stuff like that. So I kind of, towards the end of freshman year and everything, even when we were down and out of games, I'd try to get guys still into it and keep playing and keep competing and don't ever quit until the game's actually over. And then that's what I tried to carry into in the off season with workouts and try to keep everyone going and just try to lead by example kind of and get everyone to try to bring up their work ethic to my level. And we're fortunate to have a lot of us seniors with that mindset, so that definitely helped out a lot.
I've got to ask, Coach Miles oftentimes seems like he's a very unhappy guy on the sidelines. What's it like playing for him? Because I've talked to him a few times. He seems like a nice guy, but obviously being players, there's got to be some issues where you get kind of, just gets after you.
He always says that he's real passionate and he wears his emotions on his sleeve. He wears his heart on his sleeve, so.
I mean, he knows the potential that we have, and that whenever we do play to our abilities and we just play disciplined football, then we can do some amazing things. I mean, we got so much talent, and we really just we didn't even get to exploit all of our players' talent this year. So you can just see him whenever we mess up or do something that's not Sycamore football, he just gets real riled up. So.
He's got riled up on every single one of us.
Definitely.
You four guys, obviously, unfortunately, we didn't make the playoffs, so that's going to be the end of your college football career. What's the next step after college?
Keep playing football. Hopefully, we're all just going to keep working hard, and we have the pro day March 16th, so all of our eyes are on that right now, and just relaxing right now, and listening to our strength coach, Coach McManus. He's a good coach, and just doing what he says as far as getting our bodies ready for March 16th.
Yeah, these superstars, they're training for the next level. I'm looking to go into college coaching. So
Still got a record.
That's my plan.
He's the singer.
Sing a little bit for us.
Yeah, go ahead and tune.
Hey, this guy the dancer. Yep. Y'all saw this is the Danley talent show. This is the dancer right here.
I have a bad ankle. Don't let them.
Right.
He has no bad ankle.
Tell him to do his dance.
Monday.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Obviously, Shakir, 2 more years left here at Indiana State.
Yeah.
What's next for this football team? Falling a little bit short this year, you're going to miss these guys, obviously, and the rest of the seniors. what's the next step?
We're just still doing it for the guys that laid the pavement. I mean, like I said, we have yet to exploit all the talent that we have on our team. So next year, there's gonna be big things that happen. I mean, we're losing a lot of great guys, a lot of our leaders. So this off season, we're just going to see who's going to step up, and this really is going to be able to carry us throughout the whole year. So there's going to be some big things coming on.
Thank you guys very much. I appreciate the time. I had a blast
No problem.
watching you
Appreciate
guys the past couple of years and the last 4 years for you three. Thank you very much for what you've done for the program, and hope you guys do great things going on. Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
I definitely want to get Alex Sewell's signature on camera. Him, Ronnie
Stop
Voucher.
it.
I'm sorry.